Guys, I am back. I am going to spare you the reason as to why I have been away. I was really looking forward to campaign season to keep you posted about what is happening in Uganda. The campaigns are underway. I am looking forward to making as many videos during this campaign season, updates after update. So much has happened. The NUP, the National Unity Platform, has officially released the list of those that have managed to get the party card, the credentials that allow them to fly the party flag around the country, either the parliamentarians, many of the local leaders, local government leaders were already confirmed. Now we have the members of parliament, those that are going to be under the umbrella. Wherever you find an umbrella and you are a follower or a supporter of the National Unity Platform, you know what to do. Starting from the president himself, who is already traversing different parts of the country, mobilizing support, rallying the masses towards the protest vote. Why? The slogan, protest vote, is very, very important. I'll have to do a video about protest vote. But there's so much to unpack. The likes of Segona fell on the sidelines. It wasn't a shock for myself, to be honest. I saw this coming, that there were so many notable individuals that were not going to get a party card. And of course, we have so much that has already happened. They are blocking Kyagulanyi Ssentamu from accessing the areas in which he's supposed to be campaigning already. The Electoral Commission has already confirmed him. Yes, he's supposed to be mobilizing people to vote for him. But of course, trust the police to be the party poopers that they are, and they are blocking him. There is a high-ranking police officer campaigning for the NRM. That is... Surprise, surprise. The police is campaigning for the NRM candidate for a certain region. By the way, if you're watching this for the first time, my name is Omofirika Andrew, and this is the Uganda Awakening. I am back. I always make videos and post them either on Tuesday or Saturday, but I'm going to increase the momentum. I just need you to do one thing: like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, and so that you encourage me. I want to ensure the goal is to have daily videos. That is going to be a tall order. That means that I'll have to up my game since I'm a one-man team, and I also have to do some work, of course. For the Ugandan people, I feel like it is only right that I'm on top of my game and I'm sharing as much information that is available for you. Eddy Mutwe was released. That's the good news. But there are so many other people that are still under captivity. The likes of Machete, Bobi Wine also still in custody. This deputy spokesperson, Waiswa Mufumbira, is also still in custody. Bobby Giant, so many individuals of the NUP are still in detention, simply because they don't support Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And of course, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni launched an album. Remember the musicians led by Eddy Kenzo? Remember those individuals that kept insisting that they're not politicians? Yes, they are only trying their best to improve the music industry, the entertainment industry. And they're also doing so in partnership with the NRM to ensure that there is a copyright law. Well, the results are out. Instead of the copyright law, we have the president of Uganda's musical album. It is so embarrassing. You see, there is a video that I just watched. And it really broke that. That's why I love Nigerians. By the way, Nigerians, if you're a Nigerian and you stumble upon this video, just know I love you. You guys are saving me money from any form of therapy. Yes, I saw a Nigerian video. I think it was a skit that was made here in the US. This individual was yelling out on top of his voice, "Happy Independence, Nigeria!" And then his friend slapped him. He gave him a hot slap from the back, told him that, "Hey, what independence? What independence are you talking about? What independence? Are you independent?" Yes, are you independent? Yes, he asked him, "Are you independent?" And I remembered all the independence days that I could have posted about while here in Uganda. And I'm glad I did not post any independence message for Uganda, because let us face reality. He asked him a question. If you're really independent, if your country is really independent, it means that you should be living there. I mean, there should be something about your country that should have allowed you to stay in your country. Why are you here in America if Nigeria is independent? Why? Yeah, he asked him that question. So yeah, when I look at all these musicians that have decided to sell their soul to the devil himself, it begs the question, what category of people are still insisting in supporting Yoweri Museveni? If I am to break down the categories of people that still insist on supporting Yoweri Museveni, it is very simple. Individuals of influence that have questionable criminal records, from capital offenses that include murder, that include gross mismanagement of public funds, land grabbing, anything that has cast them into the criminal group, the mafia group, for their own security. It is important that they are in proximity with the man himself, the dictator, the autocrat himself, Yoweri Museveni, who will keep them out of prison, who will protect their property, because, of course, the law, the long arm of the law, if institutions in Uganda were empowered enough and the country is not governed like we are all living in Museveni's house, believe it or not, the likes of Chameleon, the likes of Eddy Kenzo, anyone, I don't think would be supporting Yoweri Museveni. That is one category of people. Because you see, when all these corrupt officials decide to commit all these crimes, and it becomes inevitable that if indeed they decide to have an opinion, or a political opinion of their own, that is of course divergent from the NRM mafia ambition, it is easy. They'll be put in jail. Look at Sipapa. Anyone that goes against Sipapa did not even have to change his opinion on record that he no longer supports Museveni, but is in jail. This is a man that was behaving with impunity, moving around with a gun. Remember the likes of Kitata, protected by the state, despite the fact that they commit crimes against the people. Now the latest we are seeing, alien skin out there. That is the category of people. You have no choice. You have to support Yoweri Museveni if you fall in that category. Then there is those ones. I think I made a video about Stockholm Syndrome. Those who feel that they have this illusion, they're in proximity with power. They feel that the only way that they can attain justice, their land has been taken away. They have gone from one court to another. They feel like the only hope they have is once they attain audience with Museveni, all their troubles will go away. There is that group of people. They have lost the faith that our countries can operate independently. The judicial institution, the legislature can operate independently, and people's cases would be hard. Justice would be attained, not because you have to first meet Museveni. Your business can thrive without being run out of the country because now corrupt officials are your competitors. Can you imagine? You go to China or to Dubai, many of these traders, you go and buy supplies from all these countries to come back and sell. You pay your taxes right through the revenue, go through the revenue process, put your goods in the shop, only for you to fail to sell these goods because you are in direct competition with a corrupt official who is into money laundering. He has gone to the same marketplace to buy goods using, of course, they don't fail to get people that are going to work for them. And he's going to sell these goods lower than the market price because he's into money laundering. Can you imagine? That is a country that we are living in. Ugandans have to endure doing business in direct competition with corrupt officials that are also in the same trade business like themselves. We're not even going to talk about the fishermen that are no longer doing business as normally as they should be doing because the military has taken over the lake. Lake Victoria is already taken over the UPDF by the UPDF. So this category of people feel like, oh yes, they are at the mercy of the president for as long as they're in proximity with the president, as long as they can help in mobilizing or even fundraising for the NRM activities. You have seen it. The amounts of money that is spent to just appease the supporters of the NRM is something that it does not even make sense. Billions and billions of shillings when they were launching the campaigns at Kololo. All those musicians that had to be bought off. Can you imagine that we're supposed to be bought off? We're talking about musicians who are at the mercy of ordinary Ugandans through their hard-earned money come to attend their shows only for them to sell out. Now, that is the category of NRM supporters who feel like they're at the mercy of Yoweri Museveni, and theirs is the only one logical choice is to, as long as they're in proximity with the president, their problems will go away. They will be able to do business without excessive taxation. They will not be in direct competition with the corruption because Museveni keeps insisting that he's fighting corruption, yet he is also on record by saying that at least all these corrupt officials come back to reinvest into the economy. Make it make sense. Then there is another category who feel like for as long as they're instrumental in mobilizing for the NRM and they're in proximity with power, you know those ones? The only logical comparison to these individuals, the historical comparison would be house slaves. Yeah. During the slave period, when there were these who, they could go into the kitchen, the cooks, the house slaves. And because they were in proximity with the masters, they're the ones who are telling on those who are working in the chambers. And they make it impossible for them to attain freedom. Anyone that is planning to escape, they're the ones who tell on them. They're the ones who make sure that everything that goes against their master, they will be the ones who give the master the intel. Yeah, we know them. We have seen those influencers who come and spout out nonsense. Despite the fact that there is all evidence to show that Ugandan roads are not something that are up to a standard of what the country generates in revenue. Yes, the deplorable state of our hospitals. Even the prime minister had the audacity of arresting a journalist who spoke on these issues, that in the hospitals of Uganda, there is no medicine. The prime minister gave out an order because this man had the audacity of speaking the truth. Yet these apologies, as long as they're in proximity with the president of Uganda, that is their job. I made a video about Stockholm syndrome. In love with the person that has captured you, you develop these feelings, psychological disorder. For as long as you attain favor from the person who has captured you, that is who you are. You. If you know that you are in those categories, I don't know. There are those who just want money. They feel like their only hope of getting capital for their business or buying land or even buying a car, for as long as they play the game well and are recognized through the party structures, they will get a share of what is being stolen from the revenue of the country, from taxpayers. It doesn't make sense. Because let me tell you one thing. If Museveni, Yoweri Museveni, if he was the president that we should insist on choosing every election period, I don't think at this point he should even be campaigning. Everything should be speaking for itself. For 40 years, if he has served the country so well, he should be the sort of individual no one should have the audacity to try and contest against. 40 years and you're still putting up posters. People don't know you. 40 years. You're still printing posters, making banners. You're still you still have to reintroduce yourself to Ugandans. That shows that your work does not speak enough for you. 40 years and you're still campaigning. Yeah, I thought I should make this freestyle video to get you guys thinking. Let me know what you think about these campaigns. What do you think of the people who still support Yoweri Museveni and the NRM? Are you one of those? Give me a reason in the comment section. What do you think? Tell me, give me a real reason as to why you still support Yoweri Museveni and his government. Let me know. Until the next time, I'll see you guys. Let me know what you think about this video. We'll talk soon.